God. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm the brother Rogal.
Brother Class is upside down.
And we're just going to do a lesson concerning the lies of Esau. But first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakakadash.
Ba'asham Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Beit Millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Yahakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
So, you had that article?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because let me so you know what the thing is, you know, like here in Holland, for example, you know, and I also saw another article today that you know, they give all those countries colors, you know, like if they're safe or unsafe to go, you know. And Holland is still on red, but while Holland is still on red, they I said it, they are doing away with a lot of the Rona rules, you know, from starting from next week up on coming Saturday.
Yep.
And it's really funny because they, you know, they had like 2 days ago they had like a press conference, you know, and they were talking about, you know, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Health, you know, and they were talking about how they're gonna let a lot of rules go, you know, that more people are allowed in restaurants and stuff like that, you know, and indoor sports are able to start and again, you know. And but while they do that and everybody is focused on that, there's also an article going around, you know, speaking about a Delta variant of the Ronas, and the Delta variant is the one that they say that England is suffering from, and that's why over there everything is still on lockdown, you know. Yeah. And they're talking about, like here in Holland, you know, now it's you know, you got all those people, all those young people, young children basically, that finish high school, that had their exams, and now they're on holidays and stuff. They go to Spain and Portugal, and they're talking about that there they get this variant of the Rona, you know, this Delta variant, and it's highly contagious, and it might even get you sicker. And the fun part is that they're also talking about that even the jabs, you know, that the jabs ain't working that good on that variant of the Ronas, you know. That's what they're saying. So while they give everybody so-called the liberty back and let everybody start partying and bullshit, meanwhile are they how I say that? Are they already warning the people, like, you know, the youth are spreading this new variation of this disease, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they say, and they say, like, you know, here you got the GGD, you know, the Health Department of Holland, and they're talking about a lot of those youth, they don't want to be shot, and they don't test themselves, you know, when they come back, and they be sending letters to all those youths now, and order them to test themselves and put themselves in quarantine, you know. Basically, that's what they are going for, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, precept.
Okay.
This is Job 13, verse 4.
Yeah.
But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
Exactly, forgers of lies. They lie a lot of stuff together, and they, I said that, they lie, and they can even cure. Hay fever.
Yep.
They can even cure hay fever. Okay.
But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no value, you know. So now they say they got a cure for this, you know, and they started making these shots when this disease was not even a year old.
Yeah.
And normally, and that brings me to another case, you know, at my job, a lot of co-workers, they use those, they take those jabs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's even one that already had both of them, and the one demonite, you know, the one that had that sodomite experience, you know.
Yeah.
So he asked me like this week. He asked me like, because he had an appointment. He had an appointment for Monday over a week, you know, to get his first shot.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me like, are you already vaccinated? I'm like, no. He's like, but you are older than me. I said, yes, that's right. And then he said, didn't you had your invitation already? He said, yeah, I had it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, oh, well, why didn't you get it then? I said, like, look. I told him like this, you know. I told him, look, you know what it is? Normally, when they got a new, when they come with a new vaccination, you know, it will take them at least 4 to 5 or 5 years, you know, at least, you know, before they start using it on people. This one, they came with it within a year, you know, and you know, because you don't always have to show those people what you are all about, you know, because they already, you know, they already see you like a
conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, exactly. They already see you like this. So if you tell dumb people like this, stupid people like that, if you tell them things, you know, they start looking to you differently. But I told him that. He was quiet. He couldn't say nothing about it. I know the way that he was handling himself, that he felt himself kind of stupid, you know. Because he was like, oh man, that's a well thought answer, you know. Like, yeah, normally it takes years. Now it goes this quick, you know. I'm gonna wait this one out.
And what they do, they use decrees to bypass their own law.
Exactly.
Because their own law, or they say they need to test it for maybe a year or two, and it has to be animal tested first, and yada yada yada, this and that and the third. But they came with all these urgent decrees and unrighteous decrees just to push this quick. That's why they call it, you know, Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a precept on that?
Yeah.
There's Isaiah 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. God, and that grievousness goes into Aimal, that's the Hebrew word, and it goes into toil and trouble. So these people, they trouble us with their way of thinking, because the government, when has the government been for you?
Exactly.
They want to only keep you dumb and docile, you know, so that they have sheeple to you know, do their bidding. They only want sheeple and slaves. They don't want you to be an entrepreneur. They don't want you to be building an empire for yourself or be great. No, you have to always be under them. And then, you know, what this decree, what they did with this decree is that to bypass their own laws, they came with this urgent decree to bypass all these testings.
Yeah, change of the law. Change of the law. They came with an emergency law, which give them the right to change it at any moment that they want, you know.
Because you're the test tube. You're the guinea pig.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Can you grab Mike at 2 and what's it, 2 and 1?
2 and 10. Oh, with the.
No, it's in the power, you know. Yeah, it's 2 and 1. 2 and 10. You can also grab that later.
This is Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Exactly, because the Most High have given them the power. They are ruling the world right now. So they're in rulership. And they're in rulership, so they rule the world right now. And the Most High have given them, so they have the power to do all these things, you know. Yeah, and another thing is, we cannot. It's not for us to go against it, you know.
Yeah.
We should not go against it, because if you go against it, you go against the Most High, you know.
Yeah, that's Romans 13.
Yeah.
This is Romans 13. This is Romans 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Exactly, yeah. There's no power. You know, the Most High had put them in power. So if you go against them, you go against the Most High, you know. So we still, and it doesn't mean that you have to run to them and take this shot. No, it's not necessary. It's not mandatory. And we ain't going to take it. The same is for the chip. We ain't going to take it. The Most High shall make a way for us to get through this, you know. And can you go real quick to Matthew 19 and 26?
This is Matthew 19, verse 26, and it reads, But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, all things are possible.
Exactly. So with the Most High, everything is possible, you know. As long as you are sincere and you truly believe in Him with all your faith, He will get you through, you know. I believe it's Matthew 24 where it also said like, when they shall bring you before the judges, I shall be your tongue, something like that, you know. And I'm kind of butchering it. Let me see if I can find it, because I know there's a scripture that talks about, then I shall deliver you to. Let's see. It's not that one. Well, they make no thought of what you say, you know. That's can't use my phone. Basically, the scripture said, over this in Revelation, that the Most High shall, basically, He shall, you know, you don't have to think about what you shall say. The Most High shall speak for you, you know. Basically, that's what it is, you know. Because when you know, to the Spirit, you know, we already been to different situations, you know, and to the Spirit, you know how to handle it, how to, you know, how to react on it, you know, what to say, you know, and what not to say. And but I don't remember exactly what the scripture was. Take no thought of what you shall say. That's what it says, the last part of that scripture. Make no thought of what you shall
Yeah,
say.
this is Matthew 10, verse 19.
Verse 10.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
Exactly, yeah, man. So, you know, and that's I said it, proof for us, you know, to have faith in Yahweh Basham Yahushua. He will guide us, you know, He will get us through. Like the book of Sirach said, you know, look at the generations of old.
Yeah.
And I believe it's 2:10 or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that you know, look at the generations of old. Did any one of them was any of them ever forsaken that believed in Yahweh Basham Yahushua, you know? And if you just read the scriptures, you see the Most High was with them that believed in Him, that had faith in Him, you know.
Until the end.
And one of the greatest examples I always like to give is about Noah, you know. Noah, he only had his household, you know, his sons and his wives, you know, and the whole world was against him. He was preaching for 120 years, you know. He didn't know about rain. He didn't see rain, but yet he was preaching about there's going to fall rain. He built the ark because he believed what Yahweh told him, you know. He believed it.
Yeah.
So through faith he built the ark. People were calling him all kinds of calling him all kinds of names and stuff, you know. They were calling him all kinds of stuff, and you know, but yeah, he had faith in 120 years, and then it started to rain, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta go real quick.
Yeah, no problem. There's also this instance with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Exactly, yeah. The furnace, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
I think it's 3 captains, princes. Bear with me for a second. Salt from the Spirit. Gone. This is Daniel 3, verse 12. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And that's what Esau is doing right now. He's coming with his image. He's coming with his gods. You know, you gotta worship this LBGTQ. You gotta acknowledge it. You gotta lie, basically. You know, and one of the basic commandments is that thou shalt not lie. But now they are forcing it upon you. They're forcing their image upon you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna submit and do as they say. You know, if somebody will come and say that he's a panda, and you gotta acknowledge him as a panda. Who's crazy, him or you? Both of you, because you can't acknowledge that person is a panda. You know, he's a person. He was born with testicles, over the vagina. So he is what he is. He can't change what he is. But Esau Edom, he's pushing this upside down spirit, because the spirit that he has in him is not upright, you know. So reading on, then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye shall fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hand? So if you read on, let me see. Let me jump to verse. Yeah, let me jump to verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king, so they brought the men into the furnace, and he said, Nebuchadnezzar said, turn that fire up 7 times more hotter than it already is. And the men that brought them there, they perished, you know, because it was so hot. Now jumping to the occasion where it says, then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of Man. Exactly. And that's Yahushai, because Yahushai is going to aid us. Yahushai is going to help us. Yahushai was the stone that helped us, and the chariot that helped us out of Egypt. You know, he's that angel of the Most High that succors, that helps, that aids Israel, because he went through these same things in the flesh. You know, let me see, because the Son of Man in the book of Acts, it explains to you when Stephen saw, right before he died, he saw the Son of Man. Because some people, they say that, yeah, the Son of Man might be, yeah, I'm the Son of Man. You know, I had this Jake that came to the camp, and he said, I asked him, who's the Son of Man? He said, me, because I'm the son of the Most High, or I'm the son of a man. No, that's not true. The Son of Man is Yahushai. You see that instance with Stephen, the defense of Stephen. Gone. So this is Acts 7, verse 55. But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, looked up steadfastly into the heaven, and saw the glory of Yahweh, and Yahushai standing in the right hand of Yahweh, and said, Behold, I see the heavens open, and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of Yahweh. So in the verse above it, it says, and Yahushai standing on the right hand of Yahweh. And in the next verse, it says, I see the Son of Man standing on the right hand of Yahweh. So that's how you see that the Son of Man is speaking about Yahushai. Go. Let me see. I had a precept, Psalms 144. Psalms 144, verse 8. Whoso, that's like whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is right hand of falsehood. That's these Edomites, when they come with their laws and legislations and all these snares, basically, to trap the people, you know, to do their bidding. That's why government means to govern your mind, to rule your mind, to bind your mind.
Exactly. Yeah, to the spirit, you know, to what Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, we are not blind to these things, you know. We see, for instance, what they're busy with, you know. We already see it. We already see the things coming, you know. That's beautiful. Can you go to, what's it, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, 2:11, I think first.
You see, this is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, we see already the tricks that he is doing, making people afraid of cash money, Sweden, they're talking about 2023. They will want, they talk about that there still shall be some cash, but it's going to be, pretty much cashless, that's what they're running for. And Sweden is a country, they're already on the forefront, with all those things, They are like the testing field of the beast system, because they got a lot of companies where people freely let themselves get themselves chipped, and they also believe that there's a good thing, because they can use their computer without enter a password, No, they can do all the things, They can you clock in, they clock in, if they can open the doors,
And also,
with the chip and all,
that's what here in Holland they always have that too. Also, you have a certain thing where what you can open the doors with, and that's the NFC chip. This near frequency chip, I believe. But that's leading up to the mark of the beast.
Exactly, yeah. Making people already use, by using something without a key, just an electronic device, that reacts and unlocks and stuff, That's what they're doing.
That's their evil thought and their evil purpose. Because if you read 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, it says devices. If you go into that word devices, then in the Greek it is
Strong's G 3540,
Naima. That's the Greek word for devices. And the outline of biblical usage says a mental perception, a thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes. You see, because if you would read that devices, then you would think, oh yeah, Apple device, But it's a thought. It's
a mind trick,
Yeah.
It's a mind trick. That's what they're doing, But Isobe is famous for doing that, always tricking the people, making them believe something. And it's really funny because I remember like in the beginning, before they made it mandatory with those face masks, the RIVM, the so-called organ of the RONAs and stuff, about concerning health and stuff.
It's basically the CDC of Holland, because in America they call it the CDC. What was it? The Center of Disease Center.
And what they said before they would start using this face mask, because there were already people using it by themselves, and they said that those face masks have no function whatsoever. They will not protect you. They already said, like, if you really want to use something for a disease or something, they need to use a medical face mask. And what did they say? You are not allowed to use a medical face mask. They make something first they tell the people, it was on television everywhere. First they tell the people these things had no use, and then they make it mandatory, and you got people believing in it, And that shows you how stupid people are. Like Klaus Schwab said, basically he said, the stupid people shall fight to take their poison, and that's the way we get rid of them, And that's what you see going on right now, because you got people, they're fighting, they're doing their best to get those shots, already got to do it on my job. You already had 2 of those shots already, The dude that owns the company, he already had 1 shot, so he's waiting for a second shot, Hey, they can do whatever, man. It's on there.
Let me go to the article because
God.
Then you can read that. This is from National Geographic. It's from June 16th, 2021, and it reads, "The Delta variant is serious. Here's why it's on the rise. The virus, the virus variant that caused infections to spike in the UK is now spreading in the US, and experts are very worried, with the emphasis, make it dramatic. with the vaccination rates slowing in the United United States, and other countries struggling to secure vaccines. Public health experts have growing concerns that the so-called Delta variant, first identified in India in March, could trigger dramatic rises in cases and deaths in the US and the world. The Delta variant already accounts for 18% of the cases in Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, and Wyoming, and about 6% of cases nationwide. It has already spread to more than 70 countries and is now the most dominant variant in India, which that is a goddamn hoax.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I remember that clip from that dude in India was at the market in Calcutta, if I'm correct, and he said this is May 2021. As you can see, everybody is going to the market is open, business is going as usual. Don't believe what they say on the news, it's not true.
Dominant variant in India, the United Kingdom, and Singapore.
Yeah, and now they're talking about here in Holland that this youth who are now going on holiday, who just passed their exams and now they have holiday, so they go to Spain and Portugal, and they're talking about that they are spreading it. And you know, the youths, they don't keep the distance and stuff. They have parties, party all the time, beach parties and whatever, so they be partying. So they say that they be spreading this new variant, That's what they're pulling. But that news, they have that news on the background, so they have everybody focused, thinking that everything is gonna be alright, because we keep vaccinating, you got that irritating commercial, we and now we are able to have 8 people. I'm able to have more people at my house, because we all keep washing our hands. You should always wash your hands, man. That shows you also how filthy these Edomites are, If they have to be some deadly disease in order for them to start washing their hands.
Normal hygiene.
For have normal hygienes, man. It's real funny, man. So what you got there?
This is Proverbs 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
God, and that's first and foremost for the elect. The elect, they're gonna understand it, The majority of our people need to die anyway, so they're gonna follow the ways of Esau. And the way of Esau, it will bring you to death, The way of Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, that's life, The law, statutes, and commandments is life right there, concerning your diet, what you should do, The Bible got a solution for every situation in your life, Concerning the people that you should have in your surroundings and stuff, the Bible warns you for everything, and it opens your eye. You see the things, you see people for what they are,
As it says, the word is quick and it severs the spirit and the thought, and the intents thereof, roughly paraphrasing.
God.
But the Most High, His word is gonna bring the true person out. If it's a demon, then you're going to see the demon. If it's a righteous person, then you're going to see him change when he hears the laws.
Exactly, yeah. Can you go to Isaiah 33 and 6? Yeah, and there's also another thing, sometimes you have people, like they could be 2/3 or stuff, or Jake, who are not, basically not in the truth, but they are still, they respect what you do, and, they, how you said it? They might help you in different ways, because the Most High can put people in your surrounding or on your path that can help you with certain things, and it doesn't always have to be in, I said it have to be Jacob descendants, Sometimes you have a heathen that's gonna help you with something, because the Most High, what does it say? He can even make the enemy your friends,
Yeah, I got it. Let me see. This is Proverbs 16 verse 7. When a man's ways please the Most High, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Yeah, so, and that's something that you also, I said, need to keep your eyes open to, sometimes a help can come from a side, from a corner that you don't expect it, Yeah, you have the Isaiah.
This is Isaiah 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
Yeah, because by having the fear of Yahweh, Ba'Sham Yahshua, you will keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and it will keep you out of trouble, you know.
I got that for you.
Come.
This is Proverbs 1, verse 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Yeah, and fools will die eventually, a
Yeah.
horrible death.
Yeah.
That's what is waiting for them, you know. For this fool. And yeah, for some cases, death is the only cure, you know.
Yeah.
Death is the only cure for some cases. That's a fact.
Like when you come back in the kingdom, that's the only time you're gonna get right.
Exactly.
If you
Yeah.
look at certain 2/3 of our people, shooting each other in the leg and doing all this kind of stupidity, vanity shit that they see on TV, this folly. They're basically brain dead. They're a slave to the system, slave to what they see on television. They want to reenact that and stuff like that.
God.
They don't have any wisdom of themselves. Like as it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. You gotta have wisdom. You gotta seek wisdom. And that's what we're doing. It's not that we are going to be the judges. Precept. We seek wisdom daily. That's what intrigues us. That's what we like to look for. And that's for a ruling class. Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 1, verse 1. Love righteousness, Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth, think of Yahweh, Ba'Sham Yahushai, with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. God, as we were saying in Sirach 2, you gotta trust in Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai. He's not gonna let you fall, because in the history, you can see Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Noah, Job, everybody, they got saved, they got helped by the Most High.
Abraham with Isaac,
Yeah, Abraham with Isaac also.
Yeah.
You gotta love righteousness, you gotta seek for wisdom, with simplicity of heart, So that's what we're doing here, but these 2/3 of our people, the ones that are wicked also, they put folly in upon high. They don't put the wisdom upon high. They put folly upon high.
God. Yeah, but the scriptures also teach us, many are created for the sword,
Yeah.
So yeah, the slain of the Lord shall be many. So that already shows you there's only a small remnant of people, and that's very merciful, because if you look at the days of Noah, there were only 8 souls,
Yeah.
So that's very merciful, To have 144,000, the 1/3 in America, and you have the unknowable multitude, because the Most High has mercy on who he has mercy, And I always had to think about the Jacob descendant, that came at when we were at Gansohoef, that brought water for the camp, I don't know if you were in the camp yet.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't, but I heard it.
Yeah, but that's beautiful, because he was always afraid to talk with us. He only had the guts to come to the camp when he had drank some, when he had some alcohol, when he had been drinking. Then because he was always looking to us, at a certain way, he was afraid to come and to ask questions and stuff, And then one time he passed by the camp and he asked if he could watch his back, and we find it kind of strange, but we were still standing there, so like, no problem, you can leave your back here. And he entered into the supermarket and he came back with a whole package of small bottles of water for all the camp.
Yeah.
The water, it had fluoride in it, but he didn't know that. But it was the jester,
Yeah.
So he gave us all water, and basically we waited till he was gone, and then we poured out the water because it had fluoride in it. But it was a summer day, so it was a beautiful gesture,
Yeah.
And the scripture said, even water can give a man. Yeah.
This is Matthew 10, verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. So this man, he's gonna, he received us as being prophets, so he's gonna get the same reward as a prophet, which is salvation, coming to the kingdom, Yaratazak, as being one of the elect, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think we were looking for.
Yeah.
That's the next verse. That's
yeah.
it. And whosoever, that's it. Verse 42. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
Yeah, man. So only by that deed, you know, and that's not, he's not even keeping the law, statutes and commandments, because I know that, you know, because he's a person that smokes weeds and stuff, you know, but still he tries to be righteous, you know, and just by that gesture, the Most High might have mercy on him, you know. By him, you know, seeing us, you know, having respect, you know, for the overall election, having respect for us, you know, for us being there on the streets, you know, because don't forget, a lot of our people, they don't respect us, they hate us for what we're doing. But what we're doing, we showing you love, you know, we showing you love. We offer you life, you know, that's what we offer you. Because when Yahweh Shai comes back, there's no talking there, you know, it's done. It's like in the days of Noah, when the Most High closed that door of the ark, it was done. It started to rain, people started to realize that the rain wasn't about to stop, you know, the earth started to flood. It was too late, there was no chance for them, you know, and our people are a bunch of hypocrites, you know. When shit hits the fan, then they want to start praying to Jeebus and talking about how they're going to change their life. But as soon as they get through a difficult time, they go right back to the bullshit, you know. That's what our people like to do. But when Yahweh Shai comes back, there's no chance to go back to your bullshit. You will die, you know. You will die horrible, especially if you know about the truth. And don't forget, a lot of people know about the truth. When we've been standing in Belmont for years, you know. People know that we are standing there. They know that. So, but they don't realize that they already been marked, you know. They've been marked. When Yahweh Shai comes back, they're going to see, man. It's going to be horrible. Even the elect going to be afraid, you know. Yeah, man. And I got to think about the dream that the brother had, man. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful dream that he had. You know, did you hear the dream? He dropped it in the group app.
I started to listen to it, but I didn't really focus on it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was about Yahweh Shai coming back, you know. The camp was there, you know. It was beautiful, man. Hey, Yahweh Ratazah. Yahweh Ratazah, man. It won't be too long, man. Sick and tired of the shit, man. Shitty life.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, man. That's true. That's true. Let me see. You got more scripture? Yeah, everything over there.
Yeah, the last one in Revelation, that he spake as a lamb.
Yeah, that's good. But you can't end it with that.
This is Revelation 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb.
Yeah, because they oppose themselves like they are for you. That they, like a lamb won't harm you. You know, a lamb won't harm you. So you see them standing in their beautiful suits and stuff. You know, and you think, oh, they want the best for us. You know, they don't want the best. They know what's going on. They got a plan. You know, and even I saw a picture. Well, I don't know if it was true. You know, so a picture my wife showed me that. You know, it was on Facebook from recently. Past week you had the G7 meeting, you know, the summit.
Yeah, I saw it.
And then you saw a picture of them shaking hands and stuff and hugging and shit, you know, with each other. And it's probably true because they know it's, I said it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So they've been doing that, you know. Even this week, Holland had a soccer match and they won it. And the king went to the Orange Street in Den Haag, and he was shaking hands with the people. And they were talking about that they ain't gonna give. The man got a shitload of money, but they ain't gonna give him a fine. If a regular person had done that, they will fuck him up, you know.
Yeah.
But what they said, yeah, he was he didn't plan to go there. It wasn't I said it in I called it
enthusiastic.
Yeah, it was an enthusiastic decision that he went there because of Holland, that they won the match, and he went to Orange Street, and there he was shaking hands with people, you know. But yeah, that always happened. The same with the Grappenhaus, that he had his wedding, and then he made like 300 euros to the GGD or something.
Yeah.
He sent 300 euros to them. That's bullshit, man. The people like that, you should put them out of their function, you know, basically, because they have a I call it they have a role of leadership. Basically, they should supposed to be example for people because that dude Grappaus, he's the minister of safety and security and stuff. You know,
He's actually
justice and safety. That's his his
Those-
thing. You know, his yeah.
they have to be role models.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
but-
That was the word that I was
Yeah,
looking for.
yeah.
I was like,
I
that's
know.
the word. Role model, yeah, exactly. That's what they're supposed to be. And then you got suckers like that doing those things, but that also shows you how stupid the people are. Because if they really would believe in that disease, you wouldn't even think to touch someone.
Yeah.
If you really believe in that, you know that oh man, I could die if I touch
Exactly,
someone.
that's-
You wouldn't. The first time you know that this disease is so deadly, and if I touch someone, I might get it. You won't touch no one, you know, because you are afraid. But that shows you that they know it's bullshit. So that's why they from every now and then they get caught doing something like that, you know.
Yeah. When the camera's off and stuff
Yeah.
like that. When
Also-
they think it's off.
Yeah, also with Minister De Jonge, you know, he went was also somewhere, you know, at the shop, I believe, and he was also making a picture with somebody like this, you know, and also without the face mask on. He was inside the store, you know. Yeah, but these people. But I think if we can leave it like that, you know, just.
Yeah, let me finish it.
Okay.
Because it says, let me start from the beginning.
Fine.
Revelation 13 and 11. And so like, and I beheld another beast, which that other beast is America, if, according to the breakdown, you know, that other beast that came out of the water. And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, which are the Republicans and the Democrats,
Exactly, but they I said it, they
are part of the
of the same body.
beast,
Yeah,
yeah.
of the same body.
Yeah.
They, and that's what they always been doing. Israel always been doing. They always got like two parties, you know, and let the people fight amongst
Yeah.
each other, and they both got the same goal, but they play like, yeah, we are not, you know, what they doing is not good. We're gonna do it better, this and that, you know, and got the people. I said busy with that, and they don't see what's really going on, you know.
Yeah, two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And yeah, if you go into the word draconian laws, it comes from dragon, you know, dragon-like laws, you know, fierce laws that they enforce.
Yeah.
So that's what Esau does, you know, he comes with these rigorous laws that you have to stay in your house, that you can't go shop. In Suriname it's even worse, you can't
Yeah.
go outside for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
From Friday afternoon until Monday early in the morning, you can't go anywhere. You can't buy groceries. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's funny because and that shows you that they targeting Jake because in Curacao they did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, even here and they talking about when the weather is hot, this virus is not that strong and stuff. On that island of Curacao, it's like an average of 30 degrees. You know.
Yeah.
And they had people on lockdown. There were certain days that people were allowed to do groceries, you know, according to your license plates of your car, you know.
Mhm.
So there were certain days they were allowed to be on the roads, and other days they just have to stay inside. You know, there was a complete lockdown.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So yeah, with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'asham, Yahushai,
Ba'asham Kadash.
Ba'asham Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. And shalom to a few sisters that are listening and try the best to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So with that, shalom.
Shalom.